I'm Marilyn Call, and I am Gary's supervisor, and I'm going to be doing a 6-month job performance review with Gary today, and I really appreciate you coming to interpret for me. Hi, Gary. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay.
Can you believe you've been doing this job for 6 months now?
Yeah, it's gone real fast. It's been wonderful.
So, how are you enjoying your job of coordinating the deaf education program so far?
Oh, I have enjoyed it a lot. I love working here.
That's good to know. I've been watching you and I can tell you enjoy your work, and that's probably why you're successful at it. Today, since it's been 6 months, it's really important that we kind of look back at your work, find out what's being challenging for you, what's going well, and also what's really important about this meeting today is, and I can kind of tell you're going to come out and have a satisfactory or above evaluation, then you get a 1-step raise. So that should excite you a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, have you ever gone through one of these evaluations before, working under the state of Utah?
Yes, I have. I've had a lot of experience.
Yeah, I forgot. You used to work at the School for the Deaf, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Good. So, really, I prefer just to sit informally and talk about how things are going and ask where you need support and where I can help you out and find out what kind of things you think are going well. But because we're under state government, we have to follow a pretty specific process. We have to go through some certain goals. So that's what we'll be doing, and we'll try and make it as informal as possible, but we do have to follow a certain format to make it fair for everybody. Is that all right with you? Okay, the first goal we're going to go through is...
Yeah, that's all right. That's fine.
Okay, the first goal that we're going to talk about is your technical effectiveness. And this doesn't mean how good you are at computers. This means how good you are at doing your job, which is developing and implementing community education programs for the deaf. So like to get an outstanding rating, this is how you would have to do your job. You would have to consistently perform all job responsibilities with a high degree of quality, timeliness, and precision, and always apply sound technical approaches to your areas of responsibilities. Keep abreast of and use relevant state-of-the-art practices viewed as a technical resource by other staff. And I want you to know that I have rated you as an outstanding in this area because of the way you had the idea to set up webcams in areas throughout the state. How did you get that idea, and how did you make that successful?
like it kept coming up. And that with that goal, it needed to expand, and it was able to help throughout. Well, I was able to get a lot of different feedback, and it was wonderful.
Well, I know you just taught a class on deaf culture to the St. George group by using the video remote technology. Have you been able to look at the evaluations for how that class went? And what kind of response did you get?
They loved enjoying about the different culture, and the evaluations, I feel, were wonderful because the people wanted to learn more about deaf culture.
Great, so it was mostly positive, even though you were doing it from the Deaf Center. They felt like they still got a lot out of it, even though you weren't there in person. Did anyone complain that you should go down there in person?
No, they didn't mind. It was really comfortable.
Okay, that's great. Well, I'm really excited about you developing this technology and finding a way to make it work. And I think we're just beginning, and that's why I gave you an outstanding in your technical effectiveness, because of the way we're able to offer classes to a lot more people throughout the state. So that's great.
Thank you.
Okay, the next one is planning and organization. And on that, I gave you an above standard, and let me just read what that means. That means you have regularly assessed the needs, you've analyzed the data, prioritized the activities, evaluated results, and revised approaches as needed when planning to accomplish work assignments. Uses effective time management strategies to achieve acceptable results in most situations. And I feel like where you really did well in this area in your planning was before you came up with a lot of ideas of classes you wanted to offer, you came up with that survey to try and find out what deaf and hard of hearing people throughout the state, what kind of classes that they wanted. So how did you get the most response? Did you get a better response interviewing in person or online? Or I heard that you got back over 150 responses, and I want me to tell you how you were to tell me how you became so successful at that.
Well, I met with people, about 200. They were all motivated and filled out their survey and the feedback. As I met with both of them, and as I met with them, they gave me advice on things that I needed to do, and so I'd fill it out, and it helped with that and become more comfortable and assessing the needs and understanding what they were. It was a wonderful thing for me to do because I had no idea. There was no have more opportunity to add and add.
Well, I just want to let you know I'm really pleased that you took the time to really find out what people wanted before you just went ahead and set up a lot of classes. And I know that since we've just been doing this the Deaf Center for 6 months. It's probably taken a lot of time just to plan a few classes,
Yeah.
but I'm excited because the classes and what the evaluations say. Did you end up with good?
Ready to get started.
Yeah.
This is you.
It's okay. I was. Yeah.
Well, you were about done.